Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Ango. In today's video, we are going to talk about AEW possibly canceling a very big match for AEW Revolution. Also, in addition to that, Corey Graves has confirmed that he's been medically cleared by WWE. I'm going to tell you guys what that actually means and why it's important to know, especially if you're a fan of pretty much any wrestling company outside of WWE. Also, keep in mind, we got to talk a little bit about GCW. They've made some big announcements. Bloodsport will have Jon Moxley. Now we have some updates on John Morrison's post-WWE release. All of this ties in together. So if you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell for more. And again, I do apologize. I am still a little bit congested. Hopefully this all ends soon. But nonetheless, let's discuss this. All right, guys, so Corey Graves did, in fact, confirm that he is medically cleared to wrestle, and it doesn't mean he actually will wrestle. In fact, right now, he's done such a great job with WWE as far as commentary goes. He seems to be very high up on that list, doing commentary for WWE, and he seems to be doing everything that WWE is asking. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people actually forget that Corey Graves was an actual wrestler before doing commentary. People forget that he actually wrestled in NXT. People forget that he actually was an indie wrestler, and he came up with a lot of the guys that we have seen show up in WWE and AEW. Now, the reason why I actually bring this up is because if WWE and Corey Graves' relationship ever does get sour, I do genuinely believe that Corey Graves would show up in another company and wrestle. Maybe right now, my belief is that that's not necessarily the case. I can't speak for the guy, but I'm just saying, if I was in that position of like, okay, now my job is set, I have a very good position within the company, I'm doing commentary, I'm one of the lead commentators. At the end of the day, I don't know if I would get back in the ring, at least to sacrifice my position right now. Because as you know, right now in WWE, Corey Graves probably has a little bit of a safer spot being a commentator versus being a wrestler, seeing as WWE has released so many wrestlers in the past 2 years. Now, my belief is that Corey Graves will continue to be a commentator, but if that relationship ever gets sour, I'm just saying I would not be shocked to see Corey Graves show up in a different wrestling company. Now, I really do want Corey Graves to wrestle in WWE because I really liked his work in NXT back in the day, but of course, as time goes on, I mean, it's probably been like 5-6 years, maybe even a little bit longer. So it's definitely been some time since he's been away from the ring. I don't know if it necessarily makes sense to come back right now, despite me as a fan wanting that. Guys, Johnny Morrison was released by WWE. Now he's on GCW's Gringo Locos, The World on Lucha. This time his name is Johnny Caballero. And look, man, John Morrison is living the dream. He goes to different companies all the time, has a different name for each company. It's become a meme at this point. The only name that we haven't really seen is Johnny Honor or Johnny Elite. And I don't know. You never know at this point. Like, you can never say never. Now, Gringo Locos, The World on Lucha is going to be a very big deal, especially during WrestleMania week. I think it is also really important to know that Gringo Loco has had some absolutely incredible matches in the past year and a half. Obviously, his work not only in Deadlock, but also in GCW. And of course, now he's got his own little show and MLW as well. I think a lot of people should tune into this. I think John Morrison is going to do a fantastic job of, being part of this, honestly. It's weird because he's such a WWE talent, yet when he's not signed to WWE, he continues to be such a big deal outside. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Lucha Underground, Impact Wrestling, those are two examples right there. Why hasn't AEW signed him? Why hasn't Impact re-signed him? What about ROH? What about MLW? There's a lot of companies that could sign John Morrison right now, but Johnny Caballero is going to GCW. John Superstar went to AAA. Like, what is John Hennigan actually going to do these days? I think this makes the most sense. I think he's just going to do per appearance deals with all these different companies, and I think it makes the most sense for him. Now, with that being said, as a fan of John Hennigan, John Morrison, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Caballero, as a fan of him, I do want to see him at some point come back to Impact Wrestling, especially with Taya Valkyrie. Will it happen? I don't know, but I think that company could very well use them because they have such a great product going on right now. Why not bring back Johnny Impact and make some more magic happen? What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section. Johnny Caballero. I don't know how the hell he comes up with these names, by the way, but it is what it is. There's nothing I could really suggest otherwise. Like I said, we haven't seen Johnny Elite, we haven't seen Johnny Honor, and we haven't seen Johnny Major League. So, yeah, just something to think about. All right, guys, and for our final story of the day, AEW reportedly is canceling plans for Revolution. Rey Fénix injury definitely played a role into this. So Dave Meltzer has been speculating that basically AEW is postponing or canceling this match because Rey Fénix isn't going to be cleared in time. Buddy Matthews, Aleister Black, Malachi Black, Brody King all together in AEW as the House of Black, this new faction. And it was supposed to be against Pac. Well, Death Triangle, pretty much. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because this is such a big marquee match for AEW that could very well headline any sort of AEW Dynamite. But also, this could be one of those really, really big trios matches for a pay-per-view like Revolution that just kind of sets the tone for the entire night. And I just want to say, Rey Fénix and Buddy Matthews is going to be one of the most interesting things AEW will put together this year, honestly. I think match-wise, I go back to All Out when we saw the Tag Team Championship match at All Out. I was there physically. That was an incredible match. And I think for as good as those guys are, I think if you put Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews together with just... And I don't want to discredit Brody King, but it is very clear to me that the people that are going to be the better workers here is everybody but Brody King. And when you add Brody King into the mix, he's a big guy. So that adds a different element to the match. So I literally think not only do you get like the high flying lucha libre, like high intensity stuff, but you get the powerful grit from Brody King. This has all the tools to be a banger of a match. And I think it could even exceed the Tag Team Championship match from AEW All Out. So look, as a fan of AEW's Trios division, I think it's time that we add Trios Belts. Especially if this match is canceled. This could be one of those matches that we postpone and get back to it. It doesn't have to be right away. Rey Fénix is out. We don't have to rush into this. I think AEW should do a Trios belt, introduce a Trios tournament. If they do so, then these two teams could be the finalists, and boom, you give the titles to Buddy, Malachi, and Brody King. That's my opinion. I think these guys should definitely hold those belts. I don't want to see these guys get lost in the shuffle. AEW has already presented them in a big deal, and I don't want to see that go away. So in my opinion, if I'm AEW, I just come back to this when necessary. Main event, Dynamite, Rampage, it doesn't matter. Let these guys go for about 25 minutes. Minimum. You let these guys go for 25 minutes, it's going to be the most insane match of the year. I guarantee it. That's how good this match will be. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Again, I apologize. A little bit more congested, maybe not as much energy as normal, but I'm trying here. So I'll keep you updated every day. Let me know what you guys think down below.